I'm Dr. Peter Kyberd. I have a first degree in general science from Durham University in England and a master's and a PhD from Southampton University in England. I worked at Reading University and Oxford University for a decade, and then I came to UNB in 2003. The Institute of Biomedical Engineering was founded in the early 1960s by Robert Scott. At the time there were a large number of children who were born with congenital abnormalities because their mothers took the drug thalidomide. And the Institute also does research in other aspects of biomedical engineering, human movement, paediatrics, assessment, and has connections with departments across campus, forestry, physics, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, electrical engineering. The Institute is one of the few places that does research in a particular area. For us it's upper limb prosthetics, and has its own clinic as part of the infrastructure. We have the clinic upstairs, we have patients coming in on a regular basis, and they're not only fit, they also are happy to volunteer for experiments, which means that any student who attends gets the opportunity to see the users, the patients, firsthand, and to understand what the problems are like, and to see their ideas used and applied directly. The Institute started in the 60s and was looking at ways to control artificial limbs, and this is pretty much its core business and has been for all that time. We have been working for the last few years on the design of a novel hand mechanism and the controller to take patterns of signals from the muscles in the arm to control it. And this has reached a point when we can now start to put it out in the field and see people using it in their everyday lives. Our students go into all sorts of fields beyond biomedical engineering. It's a good foundation if you want to stay in biomedical engineering, but even if you don't, if you go into other areas of engineering, the students have been introduced to the idea that people have disabilities and have problems, which means that it should make them better engineers and more willing to design things to help. Just any item has greater accessibility to the rest of the population. And the hope is that the Institute has given the student the tools to go on and excel in whatever area they actually choose to go in later. And the reason why I came to the Institute of Biomedical Engineering is that there were 3 centres in North America at the time that did anything of this sort, and the Institute was the leading one. The Institute has been around for a long time and runs the international conference on upper limb prosthetics every 3 years. And the truth is, where else would I go?